Coastal Talk Sports right here at Challenge TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. The guys are still with us in the studio, Tolu Olorunmoteni and Alfred Okoligwe. Guys, let's talk about the International Champions Cup. Tolu, you're nearby. It's now 5 more days to go. It's 5 more days to go to the International Champions Cup, and this gives clubs an opportunity to take a look at what they're doing before the main season starts.
Definitely. The International Champions Cup has been a tournament going on for, I think, 4 years now, began in 2013, and every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I think the fans are more interested to, they will be a lot more interested to see that their teams will be taking on some of the best teams across Europe, and it is not even a European game. It is a friendly, and they get to test themselves against the likes of Juve, Barcelona, Manchester United, Manchester City, and so many more like that. So I think teams have the ability, or have been given the opportunity, to test their best legs and the new guys who are just coming in against the very best teams in Europe.
That's
and
right.
What more can a coach ask for but such a great opportunity?
I know. Just to also let you know that the one that we're focusing on right now is the region, the United States of America, where we have 8 top teams. We're going to be having the El Clasico out of Spain, and of course the Manchester Derby out of England. There's also Singapore and China. So it's going to be serious preseason business with the International Champions Cup. Alfred, the last time we were here, we narrowed it down to the El Clasico, Real Madrid and Barcelona. At that time, we didn't get to know that Barcelona meant business. While Real Madrid released that no Cristiano Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos for these, they say we're carrying everybody to this competition.
Interestingly, looking at the Barcelona squad, they lost the La Liga last time out, so they'll be looking to correct all of that. Their biggest rival at home has always been Real Madrid. Everybody knows that, and they have an opportunity of in the third game and a Clasico in the International Champions Cup. So much has been said about preseasons. Getting a foothold on the team before the season starts, because we've seen in time past where you don't have a proper preseason, or a player arrives late, and all of a sudden the player struggles for periods in the season because they didn't have a proper preseason training. This one is a proper preseason setup, and you can't get it any bigger than the kind of opposition that will be at the ICC, at the International Champions Cup. And so for Barcelona, wow, maybe that would have the thinking of bringing everybody. If they asked for the Barcelona first team squad for next season, this is it, because the only absence will be the goalkeeper, Ter Stegen, and for very obvious reasons. European champions won the Euro Cup, and so he needs to rest. And of course, Gomez from Portugal. Those are the 2 players not included in the Barcelona squad, and so it's good for them. We'll see how this goes. Don't forget that things like this, global rating, TV audience, getting pundits to really talk about a lot of this setup. Ronaldo is not there, Messi is there. I think we'll have a very good time.
We're going to have a very good time. Not just Messi, there's Sergio Busquets in that team, Javier Mascherano, Andres Iniesta, Ivan Rakitic, Aaron Turan, name it, all the big names. And so last, look at this names: Luis Suarez, Messi, Neymar, Ernesto Valverde, new coach, is trying to say, look guys, this gives me a perfect opportunity to start knowing this team called Barcelona.
Yes, and because the next time he's going to play against Real Madrid, it will be in the Supercopa España.
Wow.
A trophy on the line. So you get an opportunity to look. Real Madrid and Manchester United are going to face off again in August for the UEFA Super Cup, and they get a chance to play apparently or probably 9 of the possible starting 11 that will play against them in that tournament beforehand. They get to know themselves. They get to see 1 or 2 things. And so it is not just a friendly to get your match fitness. No, it is an opportunity to test yourself against this side that you are going to play again soon.
That's right.
And when they play themselves again, trophies are on the line.
I know,
and it's going to be more important.
Because Alfred, now they have something, they have a tape. They will go back to, let's go to that match at the International Champions Cup. Guys, we didn't do this, let's plug this, let's take this one out, let's put this one in. And that's what we're talking about right here. Even if you don't have the top players here, the coaches, this competition is very important for them.
Of course, you look at the psychological advantage it gives you. If you know that you can start very well, some of the things that you've done before this competition kicks off, you just find a way of, playing out those scenarios and those things and those systems and the rest of them. So that's the opportunity that they will have. And For the more established players, okay, it's a normal routine. But for the young guns coming into the squad, this is an opportunity for you to really test yourself, understanding the squad, understanding the philosophy behind their play, and getting to know how they play in different match situations. And that's the opportunity this competition is offering.
That's right, because Zinedine Zidane will say, look, I don't know this man called Ernesto Valverde, so let me take him serious. Know his tactics right from the International Champions Cup. And then I'll go wait for him at the Super Cup in Spain and then the El Clasico. That's why we're taking a look at it. 5 more days to go. And Tolu, there's a new player in Barcelona, Semedo.
Yeah, the right back from Portuguese side, Benfica. Well, Benfica and Monaco look like the team who have become the supermarket this transfer window because Benfica lost the goalkeeper Ederson Moraes to Manchester City, who was only playing his very first season at the top level this year, and to lose the right back again for 30 million euros. You must credit Benfica for the way they do their deals. They don't just lose their top players for small amount of money. When they lose them, they get quality in terms of the amount of money that comes back to them. And this is it. So, well, Semedo is Barca struggled with the right back last season. It was supposed to be Alex Vidal, but he was injured for large parts of the season. And Sergio Roberto couldn't really do what they wanted. And so, the position is still vacant. This is his opportunity to test themselves against the big teams in Europe. And then prove to Ernesto Valverde, hey, forget Vidal, forget Sergio Roberto, I'm available.
I'm the man. I'm new, but I have what it takes.
Yeah.
So maybe if I don't have quality, you won't come get me. Of course. Now Barca, they've done their part. They have Semedo in the team, and he has to prove his mettle.
That's all that is left for him. And so let's see what happens of the 30 million euro man.
Let's talk about Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, they will not be at the United States of America. They'll be playing at the Chinese region. But Barcelona also, the way it's ended for them, particularly in the UEFA Champions League this season, starting from the International Champions Cup, they will need to show that they mean business.
Barcelona, Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
Okay, Bayern Munich, they've shown their hands. They started early doing their businesses, bringing players. It can't come bigger than James Rodriguez.
Wow.
Just underlines what they want to do this season. They say in Germany there are only 2 clubs, Bayern and the rest of the team in Germany. And so the expectation it is given in Germany that Bayern must always do it. But I think lately they've struggled in the Champions League semi-finals, several got knocked out. And so they were looking to use this opportunity. I mean, they've done some good business. They brought in some players, some established, some young, like the young German that played for Arsenal then. Arsenal allowed him go. They signed him back. I'm trying to get his name now.
Serge Gnabry?
Serge Gnabry, yeah. They just underlined the fact that, okay, we can bring established players and we can also... but one other thing I want to point out is, this competition, there are players, even up to this moment, their places in the squad is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
There can be late businesses, so the coach want to delay to say, okay, let me look at this squad again. Let me look at this reaction again.
It's so interesting because we are looking forward to the International Champions Cup. Coaches want to use it to prepare for the new season. Scouts are waiting for those deadlines, that deadline
day transfers, and then you can just parachute it, particularly when an English Premier League team is involved. And say, yes,
this is where
the money is.
Yeah, this is the player I'm looking forward to. So that makes it very interesting for us. Before we wrap up this segment, let's talk about Manchester City. We've been quiet with them. We talked about Manchester United. Then we're expecting Romelu Lukaku done deal. Now Wayne Rooney left to Everton. Manchester City, they've been busy too with the transfer.
Yeah, Kyle Walker has just joined for £50 million and could rise for more. It's also been said that that deal makes him the most expensive defender in the world. He's 27.
Wow.
In terms of age, that's better because they lost Pablo Zabaleta and Bakary Sagna last season, at the end of season. And then they missed out narrowly on getting Dani Alves. Although, is it good for them? Perhaps. Because Dani Alves is 34 already. Yeah. And Daniel Levy, you need to really credit him for allowing Manchester City to go after Alves, lost Alves, and then he said, wow, you want my man, now you're going to pay full for him.
Wow.
But the player is this. He's been fantastic. Last season ended as, in the team of the PFA team of the season for the second time in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
So in terms of quality, he's one of the best right backs in the English Premier League. And Pep Guardiola is a manager who only makes your game get better so long you're willing to do what he wants you to do. So they brought a man who is 27, one of the fastest right backs in the Premier League, and one of the best. So
that's right.
Quality for money, perhaps.
I agree.
We do know that the market is inflated. But right now, £50 million is just good money for him.
It's an English talent, so you expect the premium to be really
I agree,
high.
particularly for someone that does not need acclimatization. He knows the league. Thank you so much, guy.